Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're just going to give people one more minute to join and then we'll kick off. Hey Dan, I'll just check your audio is good.
Can you hear me?
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay, I think we will kick off now. So thank you and welcome everyone for joining the Ingram Micro together with Red Hat webinar today. I am Nicholas Jamsek. I run the sales motions for Ingram Micro across ANZ, focusing around our cloud and IaaS platform, which includes Red Hat. I'd like to welcome Dan Tagg from Red Hat, who will be presenting to you today. Thank you for joining, Dan. And this will be the Unlock the Future with Red Hat's Rejuvenated Partner Program. Now, we do not anticipate this taking 1 hour. I think 45 minutes or thereabouts for the presentation. We will have time for questions at the end. However, if you do have questions along the way, please raise your hand and we can go to you, or type them in the chat and we can answer them as we go. I will call out this session has been or is being recorded, and this is just for our own purposes. So just be mindful, please, that this is recorded. Okay, well, without further ado, over to Dan to take us through the Red Hat Partner Program. And welcome again to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nick, and thank you to all those who have attended. My name is Daniel Tagg, and I'm basically the Partner Account Manager for distribution across ANZ. So I work very, very tightly with the Ingram Micro team to help build our Red Hat practice for all of our mutual resellers. Today's topic is about the Red Hat PEX, or the new PEX overview. PEX basically stands for internally at Red Hat, the Partner Engagement Experience. And what we've basically done is launch our new partner program, first time in about 10 years, effective 29th of July. What we thought we'd do with this webinar, we had a lot of questions from a lot of partners. So we put together a bit of a deck that will hopefully explain what the program is, what the changes have been, and how that's going to affect you and benefit you as a partner that's working with Ingram Micro and Red Hat. Quickly, we're going to touch on what the actual changes have been. There's three main pillars to that. There's the partner program, there's the partner incentives, and there's also the digital experience. And then there's a little element at the end of the deck that we've kind of called making it real, what you're going to see, what we want you to focus on, and how you're going to succeed with this new program and all the changes. So I want to call out that the overarching goal of our enhanced partner engagement model is to improve the partner experience, deepen partner capabilities, and also work together to support our customers. We're doing this to basically improve our engagement model. We want to simplify the engagement that Red Hat has with you, with our distributors, and to ultimately help you build out your Red Hat business with your end users. We're looking to build out a consistent global program framework to help make it flexible when and how you work with Red Hat. We're going to be moving to a points-based activity system around that. We're also looking to increase transparency. The new program provides simplified paths, obviously for partner collaboration and engagement, and it's going to be boosting transparency. Red Hat is giving access for the first time to all of our distributors and all of our resellers around the data for all of your opportunities, all of your dual reg, etc. And that's going to really help boost the way that we're working together to mutually benefit you and our end users. There's three business pillars, as I mentioned, to the program. The partner program, which we kicked off officially on the 29th of July, 2024. That partner program is expected to be tweaked again later this year, potentially 1st of January. A lot of what we've announced as part of the partner program changes kicks in for 1st of January as well. And I'll touch on that a little bit later. So whilst a lot of what officially changes will be January 1st, you should be looking to make changes now and driving activity now to benefit for next year. Okay. The second pillar of what we're changing is around the partner incentives. Okay. We're focusing on improving and streamlining our deal registration processes. Renewal deal reg has now got a new name or new feature under the term incumbency benefit. And the third pillar that we're working with as well is around the digital experience. And that is basically where Red Hat has decided to upgrade the tools and the portals to support streamlined cross-collaboration across the board. Okay, we've now got a brand new portal with single sign-on access that is hopefully going to be able to help provide a lot of that transparency and flexibility and streamlined experience for you. So again, the partner program, a quick update. We're moving to modules that you're going to be enrolled in. Now, all of you partners that have joined the call, you've already been enrolled by default into the module that made most sense for you. We launched with 3 modules on the 29th of July, and that is the reseller, the distribution, and also the sell with modules. The reseller doesn't really need much. If you're a reseller of Red Hat at the moment working through distribution, you'll be in the reseller module. Funny enough, Ingram are on the distribution module. Okay, they're one of the distributors that are working with us, and it's a distribution only partner list on that one. The sell with module, we've had a lot of questions. What's that? Well, Red Hat in the past, we've worked with a lot of partners that have actually helped to build out Red Hat as part of solutions and been advisors or guided helpers, but may not have actually transacted the purchase order at the end of the day. Right? We work with big global SIs, we work with big consulting houses, and typically we were rewarding only the partner that placed the PO. What we're doing there with the sell with module is actually recognizing and giving those type of partners that will help and contribute and support Red Hat but don't necessarily transact. We're going to be giving them the ability to also earn points and be rewarded by their activities as well. Now, we're expecting additional modules to be launched in January. And the first 2 that we're kind of expecting will be probably one around an OEM module and also one around an MSP or a managed service provider style module. We're expecting those to be kicking in early in the new year. Again, with the modules, we're moving to activities-based points accrual system. Okay, there's going to be activities that you're going to be able to undertake between now and the end of the year that are going to effectively determine which partner tier you start CY25 with. Okay, we're moving to what we have basically got. It's like a frequent flyer program in that there are going to be 3 statuses to hold, and then as you earn enough points and complete whatever requirements are there, and they're usually around admin and training. Once you've completed those and have earned enough points, you'll be instantly upgraded into the next tier. Okay, we're going to be moving to an annual tier reward system, and that means that all points will basically be reset on the 1st of January each year, and we'll continue to use that January 1st date as basically the what do you call it, the reclassification date. Okay, partner tiers as well, you'll be able to track the points in the portal. Partners will be able to get access to see what their points and see how they're progressing towards each of the tiers in the enhanced partner portal as well. With the partner incentives, we've got 3 long-term goals. We want to improve the consistency, we want to improve transparency, we want to improve the trackability for our partners. We obviously want to help you to accelerate growth, especially in strategic geographies and also in the commercial account area. For those that are on the call, Red Hat basically runs with approximately 100 enterprise accounts across the ANZ region. Every other account that we work with is basically in the commercial patch, and that's the area that we are looking to work with you to drive a huge amount of growth. Okay, we also want to, with these partner incentives, better reward the partners who are driving customer value. Okay, in the past, we may have been a little bit guilty of only rewarding or favoring perhaps partners that put a lot of business through us in terms of higher revenues. What we're trying to do now is really reestablish the partners that want to be active with Red Hat and engage with us. They're the partners that we want to reward and we want to benefit through our new system. We're also trying to align the target partner behaviors to those points. Okay, the partners that are helping to identify and close those opportunities independently, especially in that commercial segment I mentioned, are the ones that we want to reward. Okay, we want to boost your points. We want to get you to the highest tiers so you can get the biggest benefits. Okay, we want to reward the partners that are participating in key emerging and strategic growth areas like AI, the edge, and cloud. Okay, and we also want to reward partners that are driving and creating substantial value for our customers. Okay, from July 24 onwards, our focus is on, so for this year, focus is on enhanced deal registration process, incumbency incentives. As I said, this basically takes over from the concept of what we had as renewal deal reg. There's a focus on improving our MDF enhancements. And as part of that, we're going to be allowing our partners and distributors to submit their own plans for quarterly MDF into our E2Open system to help streamline the process. We're also focusing on improving our sales bookings and rebates challenges. On the digital experience side, and yes, this is the one that you will probably see the most, okay? We're overhauling our system. We've got a unified portal experience now. The partner portal has an integrated landing page that basically will unify multiple digital properties there for you. It's going to be easily navigatable via SSO, okay? We're focusing on making sure that the partners can see and easily track and monitor their point accumulation and track towards the tier advancement on the site. You're also going to be getting access as a partner to the exact same deal information that your distributor and Red Hat see, right? So the deal registration opportunities and sales opportunities that you've got, we're going to be able to be seeing the same information at the same time, and that is updated live on the fly. So as any information is changed on the Red Hat side, it flows down to our distributor and to our reseller partners as well. We've got a brand new onboarding experience, which I'm pleased to say has now been switched on, and all partners will onboard through our new, what we call Red Hat Sales Cloud, RHSC process. And that onboarding process is designed to be streamlined for any new reseller partners. So if you're on the call and you would like to join up, please go to connect.redhat.com and ask to join, and you'll be prompted to go through that new process. We've also spent a lot of time basically improving performance reporting and dashboards for our partners. For the first time ever, we're giving you access to the data. We also wanted to try and make sure that it was enhanced in terms of visual graphs and metrics to provide you with a really easy way to understand and get visual representations of the data in terms of your pipeline, what's in there, how many opportunities have you got, how many have you closed, what dollar value have it got, etc., to try and help you with all of that. So jumping into the partner program, okay, why are we launching it? Well, there's two reasons. There's obviously value to our partners, okay, our distributors and reseller partners. We want to improve our trust with you guys. We want to improve the amount of rewards that you can earn, and we want to provide them to you based on the effort that you're providing. We want to increase the flexibility, want to enhance the tools. There's also benefit to Red Hat as well, okay? We've got an increased commercial focus. We're focusing on all those commercial accounts where we tend to see our distributors and our resellers working in and working with well. We know that we can drive a lot of growth there for you. We are looking to be favoring active partners. And again, we want to improve that transparency around making sure that you've got access to the same data as we do. Okay, that's a major, major change. So basically, we're launching this for mutual benefit. We want to improve the performance for you guys, reward you for your efforts, and also we want to benefit through the process as well. On the modules and the module activation side, okay, partners will be able to participate starting July 2024. If you're already a Red Hat partner on this call, you're already enrolled. Okay, so if you log into your new portal, you'll be able to see, and again, the portal, connect.redhat.com. If you log in, you'll be able to see the new modules and the new activities and also the points accrual that you'll be able to get access to. As I mentioned, we're expecting more modules to be added at a later date. The first two we kind of are aware of, the OEM and the MSP, but there may be more added later. It's a dynamic program, so we expect to see more as the years progress too. Okay. Existing partners have already been automatically enrolled to the corresponding module that made most sense to their sign agreement. We had some questions where there was an OEM partner that we worked with that also had a reseller arm. And at the end of the day, yes, it kind of made sense for them to be in the reseller. And if there is an OEM module opened up, they'll probably be enrolled in that as well, right? So it's not like you are bound to a single module, if it makes sense. The sell with module that we talked about was nomination only at the start. That was an internal nomination from Red Hat. If you feel you need to be part of that, if you are consulting alongside Red Hat or getting Red Hat involved but not transacting, and you'd like to be involved, please reach out. We'd like to consider that for enrollment into the sell with module. Okay. I will classify and clarify for everyone that there is no changes in partner agreements. Okay. Basically, your existing partner agreement and the T's and C's that you had signed has determined the eligibility for you to be in the launch modules from July 2024 onwards. Okay. These modules are going to provide the partners with the defined activities to accumulate the right points to determine the partner tier. And I will call out that all partners must still remain compliant with their T's and C's as they execute their go-to-market strategies in order to take on board any of the benefits that they get at that partner level that they're in to start with, or anything above. Now, we had a lot of questions of, what are you doing about partners that have multiple satellite offices and have a global headquarters, etc.? Well, ultimately, look, this new partner program from Red Hat is going to be recognizing that we have a global program now. Ultimately, for all partners that roll up to a global ultimate account, activity points from each of the satellite accounts are going to be accrued globally and will reflect all the contributions from all those satellite account subsidiaries. Okay, what does that do? That basically means that a global ultimate account, the parent account, the headquarter account, will earn the global status, and it may be the highest status that we've got. Okay, and if they hold that, then each of the satellite accounts can effectively refer to themselves as that status. However, they will only receive the benefits of that status if they adhere to the requirements locally. And I'll touch on what those are. The partner tiers, okay, I'll keep it simple. If you're familiar with the Red Hat world, we've run in the past with Ready, Advanced, and Premier partners. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping the 3 tiers the same, okay? Ready partners, we've got a lot of them. A lot I'm expecting to be on the call as well. Typically speaking, a lot of the partners are at the beginning of the Red Hat ecosystem journey. So we tend to see light to medium engagement from a lot of these partners across the year. There's only really a minimum requirement of getting 2 Red Hat sales credentials on the account to take advantage of the benefits for this tier. Okay, those sales credential accreditations can basically be done in a couple of hours. So we're looking at something that can be completed in less than a day if needed. Okay, if you're a Ready partner, and you'll be classified as a Ready partner if you earn up to 25,000 points across a full calendar year. Okay, so any partners that are under that 25,000 point full year threshold, you'll remain as what we call a Ready partner. Okay, for the next partner tier up, Advanced. This is typically where we see partners investing in a service capability built around a Red Hat services and solutions. And these are the partners that are going to be classified moving forwards that are going to be earning more than 25,000 points in a calendar year, but also less than 100,000 points. Okay, the minimum training requirements to be an Advanced partner are going to be 3 Red Hat sales credentials, 2 Red Hat technical seller credentials, which we used to refer to as pre-sales in the past, and also 1 Red Hat certified staff member. Okay, that 1 Red Hat certification. Putting there that in CY25, that is a hard requirement. So want to call out that the hard requirement for CY25 for the Red Hat certifications will be kicking in January 1st. Okay. For Premier partners, we typically have a small number of Premier partners, top end of town. They usually work very, very closely with Red Hat, strategic customer engagements, and provide a lot of resourcing around Red Hat, building out full service practices around it as well. Premier partners now are going to be classified as any partner that can earn more than 100,000 points in a calendar year. Okay, again, there's a jump up in requirements for each of the training clients to get access to the benefits locally. And as a Premier partner, you're going to need to have 6 Red Hat sales credentials, 4 Red Hat technical seller credentials, or pre-sales as we used to term them, and at least 2 Red Hat certified certifications, Red Hat certified staff on deck. And again, that CY25 hard limit on the certifications will be kicking in January 1st. What I've also got there is a bit of a pro rata. We know that we launched this program at basically 29th of July. So we've actually pro-rated the points to get to the 2 advanced and premier statuses by the end of this year. Okay. So you as a partner are earning points as we speak. I'll talk to you about how you're earning and what you can do. But I want you to keep this in mind. If you want to strive to get to advanced partner status this year, you need to earn more than 10,500 points and adhere to the minimum training requirements for an advanced partner. Okay. If you want to aim for premier status this year, you want to be looking at earning more than 42,000 points. Okay. And also adhering to the minimum training requirements for a premier partner. If you can do that, you'll be upgraded and you will also hold that status all the way through CY25 because we go to a review system every January. All right, points will drop back to 0 and will roll again, but you will hold the status that you have on 31st of December into the following year. So I'll call it out. It's a yearly revalidation and requalification process. So what are the activities and how many points can you earn? Well, very simply put, the activities that we've launched with, and there will likely be more added over time. Right? They're typically under 3 categories. There's under general admin, there's some enablement, and there's also sales-based activities. Okay. For general admin, you can earn 1,000 points just by doing your annual partner program renewal. Every partner is asked to go onto the portal, check their details, make sure that they're correct, and update. You've got the right contact details, right email address, etc. It's typically a 2 to 3 minute job. If you do that successfully, you earn 1,000 points. If you're a new partner and you go through the new onboarding process correctly, you'll start off with 1,000 points. Okay, so you're not disadvantaged. For enablement, there's going to be 3 activities: sales credentials, technical seller credentials, and the technical certifications that can be completed. Okay, those technical certifications are not free. That's basically a proctored exam that are paid, and hence the points that are given for them are much different. Okay, every sales credential typically takes a couple of hours. You can earn 160 points for each one that's completed. For every technical seller credential earned, they're typically 12 to 20 hours. It's about 700 points that can be earned. The technical certification, we're aware, can take in the order of 40 hours plus, so there is a much larger 4,000 points appended to it. On the sales side, every time that you book a deal with Red Hat, you're going to be earning dollars as well. For every $25,000 of rel bookings that you place, value to Red Hat that is, you'll earn 600 points. For our strategic products, Ansible and OpenShift, we've tweaked that to be a little bit higher. For every 25K of Ansible that you book, you get up to 900 points. For every 25K of OpenShift you book, you'll earn 800 points. Okay. The last piece to call out is that there is now going to be points allocated for approved deal registration. This is the first time in our history we're actually allocating points for deal registration. And as you can see there, every approved deal registration will net you 1,050 points. I want to call this out. This is a huge game changer for you as partners. This is a very easy way for you to earn and ramp your points. We don't set limits on how many deal registrations you can submit, okay? And we'd like you to work with your trusted distributor, Ingram Micro, to submit your Red Hat deal registrations on the portal, nominate them, and then they'll be able to support you to help get the deals approved. Once they're approved, you will be earning the points. Outside of booking orders and outside of completing a stack of technical certifications, deal registration is really going to be your secret to boosting your points across the year. Again, there's no obligation, no cost to it, and it can typically be done in 2 to 3 minutes on the portal. We've got a new system as well on our side to help try and approve those deal registrations. Our goals are sitting around that 48 to 72 hour of approval. Again, internally, we're working towards that as we speak. So again, I want to call out with a module activation, there is a membership cycle. Every January, we're going to be rolling out and revising points, go back to 0 on January 1st, but the status that you hold on 31st of January holds into the next year for the full year. Okay, just like a frequent flyer program. You'll be upgraded as soon as you achieve the points, and then you hold that, and then the review date will be kicking in January 1st, the year after. Okay. Any questions so far?
Nothing, Dan, in the chat so far.
Okay, no problems at all. In that case, we'll jump into the partner incentives, and this is definitely the area for a lot of partners that they've had questions around. How are we going to benefit? What are we going to do? I'll call over to the right-hand side again. We've enhanced our deal registration and also our incumbency incentives, and that's what I'm going to focus on here today. So our new global deal registration program, okay, it's designed to provide approved partners who have a locally executed resale agreement with the ability to accrue additional benefits when they identify new Red Hat business opportunities and engage in value-added or pre-sales activities. Okay, what are we defining as new? Well, typically, if it's new customer, new business, if a customer is doing, if a partner is helping us to cross-sell or upsell into an existing account, that's going to be counted as new business. And also, if an end user customer has not transacted with Red Hat within the last 36 months, so within the last 3 years, we'll also deem any business that you do with them as new. Okay, so you can actually submit a new business deal reg for a customer that may be already on Red Hat's books, but hasn't transacted for the last 36 months. Keep that in mind for partners that may have had 5-year renewals and haven't been active since. Key activities for us to just around identifying new business. Okay, when you're working with the partner, when you are working with the end user to complete a proof of concept, when you're helping to expand the influence of Red Hat subscriptions into an account, where you as a partner are co-creating content either with Red Hat to support the influence of Red Hat subscriptions, or you've uncovered the opportunity on your own without Red Hat's involvement and you're bringing it to us, right? Or even situations where Red Hat provides a lead for you to mature, we're going to consider that eligible for new business deal registration. Why is it important? We're trying to protect the investment that you as a Red Hat partner make in helping Red Hat to upsell, cross-sell, or drive net new business into your end user accounts, okay? Partners, we're hoping, will bring forward the new business that they identify on their own, and Red Hat will work with you to basically put the right technical and pre-sales staff alongside the deal, along with your distributor, to help you close that as well. What's in it for you? You basically get access to the deal reg opportunities. You get protection on pricing, okay? There's also a consistent, unified experience now across all geographies, countries, and regions with this new program. We've increased the margins, and I'll talk about what margins are available shortly as well as part of the program. But we're basically doing what we've had feedback from partners. As Red Hat, we were too complex. We had too many different pricing models across the world. And deal registration was a hard thing to understand. We're now trying to make it uniform, global, consistent, okay? And a way to reward partners that are being active for us and with us. Okay, who's able to participate? Any affiliated Red Hat partner at all tiers, so Ready, Advanced, and Premier, all eligible to submit new business deal registrations, as long as you've met your local requirements for that tier and you have a locally executed agreement to operate as a resale solution provider. And you transact, obviously, through an approved Red Hat distributor like Ingram Micro, in the same country as what you're operating. Okay. Special asterisk there. Yes, we are well aware. The Pacific Islands, in particular, are an interesting area. There is Australia, New Zealand region where Australia and New Zealand are separated. We typically then have Australian and/or New Zealand resellers working in the Pacific Islands. In Red Hat system, the Pacific Islands are typically under our Singapore um, grouped for whatever reason. We will work with you though. I have a lot of fun each year, and I'm happy to help support any Australia or New Zealand reseller that's working in, because we do know that those Pacific Islands are typically serviced by ANZ resellers a lot of the time. So I wanted to call that out. If you're in that situation, please reach out to Aileen or Paul, who are on this call from the Red Hat team, and we can work through that with you. How do I get a new business deal registration? Basically, you need to meet the applicable minimum deal size threshold of USD 10K. We have lowered that to USD 5K. If the account is a commercial account, and if the territory is the subsegment within our account classification list. What does that mean? Territory accounts are typically the ones with the lowest spend that we have within our Red Hat account list. And we've dropped it to 5K to try and help with that area for growth. Okay, I will call out that the deal reg cannot be placed on any ineligible products. These include our consulting SKUs, our training SKUs, so GLS and GPS SKUs. We can't do it on any technical account managers or similar. We can't place deal regs on extended lifecycle support SKUs, and we certainly won't be allowing deal reg on hosted SKUs. I wanted to call that out. What's the duration and term of a valid new business deal reg? All new business deal regs that are approved will be valid for 180 days from the date of approval. You can extend those. We are well aware that some deals do not close within a 6-month period. Okay, we'll allow you to request an extension, permitted that it hasn't already expired. So we'll allow you to request an extension up to a maximum of 2 times for a further 180 days each. Okay, if after 2 further extensions the deal has not closed, we will not be extending a 3rd time. If the opportunity is still a live one at that stage, we'll be requiring you as a partner to submit a brand new deal registration via the Partner Connect portal. What are the standard quote terms for the new business deal reg? Going to be 1 year and 3 year. Okay. Any deal registration opportunities that are requested for anything less than a year or anything more than 3 years are going to require additional leadership approval. Okay. And one-time deal reg opportunities for 4 or 5 years will also be in the same boat. So 1 and 3 years are standard. Anything outside of that, we will consider on a leadership approval basis. And how can you be successful when you're submitting your deal registrations? We're asking you to submit as much information as you can to be relevant to the deal. We're asking you to try and apply the BANT framework to this, right? It helps us to quickly qualify leads if you can include the information around this, okay? Whether the customer has budget, whether the person that you're working with has the authority to actually make a call on the deal, whether there is actually a defined need, and also whether there is a timeline that you know that they must operate under. Okay? If you can add this type of information into your deal reg submission, it's going to make the job for the person on Red Hat side who has to approve or reject it much, much, much easier. Okay, so I'll highlight this, please, where you can. We don't expect you to know all of these pieces of information all the time. I want to call that out. But if you know 2 or 3 of the 4, please make sure that you're commenting on those and you put that detail down. Also, what is really good is what you're doing with the customer next. So if you can highlight, hey, we've met with the customer, here's the information that we've got. We know that they've got a budget of approximately X. We know that they're looking at a time frame by the end of the year. I believe that the person who signed off might be X person, something like that. You've got 3 of the 4, pop that in, and then say, and our next meeting has been planned for whatever date. That type of submission is going to be hugely more valuable and more likely to be approved quickly than a submission says, oh, I know that there's an op there, maybe 75 grand worth. Not a lot of detail. So I want to call out, in the past, a lot of partners have been guilty of putting in a lack of detail in the submissions. We need more detail, and we want you to adhere to the BAM process to help. So what are the incentives? Well, flat structure now, very easy to understand. Ready partners are going to get the 7% for new business deal registration closure. Advanced partners are going to get 14% for new business deal registration closure, and premier partners are going to get 20%. Okay, we've tried to simplify. There's no other gates. There's no need. In the past, we used to have a program that paid you for closing the deal. Also, there was a bump up if the deal was for a new logo, a new customer that Red Hat never worked with before. And there was also a bump up if it was a strategic product that wasn't real. We got a lot of feedback from partners. They weren't typically getting the add-ons, right? They weren't typically getting out. So we're working with existing deals for REL or whatever. So they weren't able to get the additional. What we've decided to do is just streamline it, and we've tried to bump up pretty much across the board. So for closing the deal, you're able to get more than what you used to be able to. Okay. And again, all partners are eligible for this as long as they've adhered to the minimum training requirements. So again, how do you go through it? What's the process? Jump onto the system. I will show you some slides at the end as well, but you can jump on the system. You can search for a customer account. You can view the basic details, submit the basic opportunity details with as much of the BAM details as you can, submit for approval. A Red Hat person will be approving that. As I said, we're aiming for a 48 to 72 hour turnaround on all of those. Once that's approved, you're going to be able to work with, you have to nominate, by the way, so you have to nominate distributor as part of the process, and this is where you've been working with Ingram Micro, because Ingram will be able to provide you that pricing and that quoting with that deal reg price built in. Okay, I want to call that out. Incumbency benefits. Now, you may be familiar with Red Hat. We used to have what we call a renewal deal reg. We've overhauled the program in a way. We've rolled it out now globally. It was only being run, as far as I know, in ANZ region, and it's now become something that is going worldwide. So in this region, it's not a huge change. We had renewal deal reg. We're now getting incumbency benefit, which is very similar. But in many, many regions around the world for Red Hat, there was no concept of an incumbency benefit or a renewal deal reg. So it's brand new for them. So not so new for us, brand new for them. Okay, what is it? It's designed in a way to provide incumbent reselling partners who demonstrate ongoing customer engagement after they've won a deal registration with the ability to receive an incremental discount on the renewal business. Okay, what's defined as an incumbent? Officially by our system, it's a partner that has a locally executed resale agreement and who previously won the preceding deal reg opportunity, either as a net new deal registration or as a renewal. Now, what that means is if you have been putting in deal regs or renewal deal regs in the past, getting them approved and closing, we're rewarding you for your good past behavior. You are defined as the incumbent immediately on any of those deals that are coming up for renewal. What does it mean for you as a partner that has been booking a deal and might feel I'm the incumbent partner, but you didn't do it as a renewal deal reg or a deal reg in the past? Well, what this means is you're not excluded. You just need to apply manually in the portal. Like a deal reg, you need to submit an incumbency benefit discount request. And you need to show to Red Hat what activity you've been driving with the account so that we can consider you for an incumbency benefit discount. Okay, so I'll call that out. That was where we had a lot of questions, and I hope that makes it clear. What type of activities can you show that you are engaging with the customer that Red Hat would like to see? It may include meetings with the client to help develop a consumption or adoption plan, in helping to increase the customer consumption of Red Hat subscriptions over the year. Okay, so upselling into that account, right? Working with the end customer to complete a POC Okay, proof of concept. Helping to sell, expand, or influence more Red Hat subscriptions or services into that account, whether you're either co-creating some content with Red Hat for that end customer that supports more subscriptions in there, or you're having quarterly meetings with the customer and Red Hat together, or you're introducing us into a different business unit, that customer. So these are all activities that we would define as saying, yes, we're happy to consider you as the incumbent if you didn't close deal registers in the past, but you have been booking the deal. And if you can prove some of this, then we'll be likely to approve your incumbency benefit request. Okay. Why is it important? We want to back our existing customers. We want to ensure that you as a Red Hat partner have the ability to maintain your existing footprint and accounts. Okay. We're asking you to engage in activities that demonstrate continued involvement in that account as well. Okay. And we're obviously looking to upsell and cross-sell. And that actually becomes part of what we've designed around the change for the global incumbency benefit too. Okay. I'm going to call out that you need to be able to participate. You need to, again, just like the new business deal registration, you need to be an affiliated partner. You need to meet all your local requirements and have a locally executed agreement. Okay. Officially, our system will only call you the incumbent if you won the preceding deal reg opportunity, either as a net new deal reg or a renewal deal reg. But if you have been booking the deal, you didn't use the deal registration system in the past to do it, you can apply, but you need to show cause. Okay, hope that makes sense to everyone. Okay. When can you submit the incumbency benefit requests? Between 30 and 180 days out from the subscriptions expiring. Okay. Anything within that last month, it's too late. Okay, so we advocate for you as a partner to be engaging between that 30 and 180 day window, and you need to submit your incumbency benefit for that at that time. The last point on this slide is what I was referring to earlier about the cross-sell upsell. We've made a change to the program. The incumbency benefit is going to be available for the first 2 renewals of an opportunity. For any future renewals to be considered, partners must be able to demonstrate either cross-sell or upsell into that account, okay, into that opportunity. So what we're saying is if you've had a subscription that you've been renewing at $10,000 for the last umpteen years, and you renew again this year at $10,000, and you renew again next year at $10,000, if you've proven that you're incumbent and we're able to show the activities and we approved your incumbency benefit, you get it for the first 2 times. If you went to try and apply for the 3rd time and we hadn't been able to upsell that account from 10,000 upwards, you would not be approved for the 3rd application. So I want to call that out. The key is to try and grow all of our renewals, cross-sell and upsell together. Again, 30 to 180 days, standard quote terms 1 and 3 years, and anything outside of that, again, needs to go for leadership approval. So you can request it, but there's no guarantee that it will be approved. What's the incumbency incentive discount? Very simple, 5% flat across the board for all partners. Okay, that is the change that we have introduced for APAC region. Ready partners were unable to get a deal reg incumbency in the past. We've opened that back up. So Ready, Advanced, and Premier partners are now all eligible to submit that 5% incumbency benefit discount. If you close the previous deal using a deal reg for new business or a deal reg for renewal, you'll be automatically approved by our system. If not, it's a manual approval process and you'll need to show cause. So it's in the interest of time, I'm going to try and pop through these quite quickly. The digital experience, I wanted to highlight just what it kind of looks like. It's a brand new portal. We don't really have time for a demo, but when you log in, you're going to be seeing a lot of opportunities. You're going to have access to a lot of opportunities, a lot of graphs, a lot of metrics that we try to pull together for you. Okay, the Partner Connect Sales homepage. When you log in, you're going to be able to get access to your account details, opportunity details, deal registration discounts, and then there's also a tile there for the partner program. You can actually see on the partner program slide how many points you've accrued as a satellite account. If you're part of a global hierarchy, you'll also see how many points your global account has accrued as well. You will not see you will only see what you've earned in terms of activities as a local account. You will not see what has been earned as a global account. You'll just see the number. I will call that out. Okay.
Dan, there is a question around deal registration and whether or not the distie can do the deal registration on behalf of the partner.
I would love to say yes, but the answer is unfortunately no. Red Hat has never allowed our distributors to put through the deal registration submissions. If we did that, we know that they'd all be put in for every single partner. Unfortunately, we're getting the partner to do it and indicate to us that they are engaged on the deal. So whilst I know our friends on the call from the Ingram Micro Red Hat team would love to be able to submit on your behalf, and I would love to let them, unfortunately, as a global policy, we've said no. The reseller must submit it so that we know that you are engaged. And that is the reason why we are then willing to provide that additional discount. So great question. Sorry for the answer, but the resellers still need to submit.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome. Okay. Now I'll call out again. When you log into this portal, you will be able to kind of see it's a redesigned navigation interface across Partner Connect. We're hoping it will streamline your digital interactions and also improve usability. Okay. When you log in to the portal, everything is going to be accessible there. We've got a stack of tiles, sales, knowledge management, training, MDF, it's all there, demo platforms there, etc. When you log in to the connect.redhat.com, which is the Red Hat Partner Connect landing page, you'll be able to see these tiles. Most of what you're looking for are going to be in what we term the sales opportunities or the manage your business account tiles. So these are the ones where most people are kind of saying, okay, I see this screen, where do I go? If you click on sales opportunities, you'll jump through to what looks new. So I want to call that out. Again, new global style and branding across the board. And if you see this tile, that sales opportunities tile, this is what you should ultimately be steered towards. You're going to be seeing this style of a page, okay? You're going to have opportunity summary, okay, in terms of your pipeline, what's in there, what's in your deal registration pipeline, what stages they're all at, etc. And then when you click on the accounts or opportunities or deal registration tiles, you'll get a lot more information there as well. I also wanted to call out that if for some reason you're logging in, because we have been moving from an old system to a new system, and you got to realize we migrated a lot of accounts out of the old system into the new system. If for some reason you've logged in and you're still seeing this style of the dashboard, which is the old page, please look for this sales opportunity tile in your list. And if you click on that, then that should take you through to the new experience. Okay, ultimately that is still live for some accounts. It will be phased out as we move everything to the brand new one. Vast majority are starting in the brand new one, but wanted to call that out. So just in case you see the old style partner dashboard like this, look for the sales opportunities button, click that, and that will get you through. I'll also call out, we have this question, will I be able to see the information in different languages? Yes, we have put different languages and translations across. I think we've got something like 15 different languages. I will get that confirmed. But a lot of the common ones are there, and you can actually modify your system, customize your system to use languages other than English if you would like. Okay, last bits in the interest of time. Why are we doing this? Again, I want to highlight, we've completely changed the program structure because in the past we were guilty of having so many separate, disparate partner programs that were siloed by geography or partner type. It didn't make a lot of sense. It wasn't consistent, and it confused a lot of the partners, particularly those that were working with Red Hat across different regions. Okay, what have we gone for? Instead, we're going for a single global program now for all partners. Very easy to understand. We're launching with resell, distribution, and sell with modules, and we're bringing more modules. Probably most likely from 1st of January onwards. In the past, the partner tiers were different by the different partner programs that we had. What we're now going to be having is a globally consistent tier at a global hierarchy account level. Okay, it's going to be a ready, advanced, or a premier partner with Red Hat, no matter what you're doing. Okay, keep that simple. In the past, we used to have a lack of defined KPIs for partners to kind of perform and get rewarded. Okay, what we're moving to now is points accrued by executing activity modules. They're easy for you to understand, easy for you to track. You'll know what you need to do to get to the next level. You'll be able to see what activities you can achieve to get there. Okay, make that simple. We're also going to be adding in more. We're starting with admin, enablement, and sales. There's likely going to be more added across marketing and technical and other areas as well. So watch this space. Again, in the past as well, we know that the old partner programs that we used to have really used to benefit the partners that were focused on driving a lot of revenue for Red Hat. Okay, that's not necessarily fair. And so what we thought was that we're going to now have a benefits program that's balanced. It's going to be looking to bridge goals, relationship, and sales together. The partners that want to be active and engage with Red Hat under this new partner program are going to be the ones that are going to be able to earn most points and thrive. And finally, on the digital experience front, we were guilty in the past of not being able to give access or granting access to our distributors, to our resellers around opportunity data, and how that is. We've now got a brand new system where you log in, you as a partner are going to be able to see your sales opportunities, your deal reg opportunities, your pipeline. We've got some metrics there for you and reporting for you, ready to roll. Your distributor has visibility of your deal reg opportunities and can help you. And you've all got the same view as what our internal sales staff have around all of those deals as they're progressing and tracking. Changes made on our side in the system, our screens look exactly like your screen. Changes made on our side are reflected almost immediately in the system for the distributor and for the reseller as well. So we're all going to be on the same page together, and that's going to benefit us all with that transparency and flexibility of that data. I will call out, it's a unified global program. Okay, we're trying to be consistent, and we're ensuring a standardized approach to all activities, benefits, and rewards. It's modular. Okay, we're going to allow the partners to select the right activities that align with their goals. And with the ones that we've launched, the resell, distribution, and invite-only sell with module, partners can earn the activity points that will contribute towards their progress and success. The activity point system is going to be consistent. You're going to be able to know what you're going to be earning. You're going to be able to track your sales milestones, training achievements, and you're going to be able to understand where you need to get to, how far you're away from the next tier, what you can do to push. And again, that last piece, that global tier-based hierarchy, I'll highlight. If you are a satellite account that builds up to a final global account, you will benefit from being able to say, I am at the highest partner status that your account is, but you will only, I will call out, you will only get the benefits in terms of the deal registration and incumbency benefit protection if you adhere to your local requirements. So again, we've had many partners call out, I'm part of a GSI, I've got a local account, do I have to do the training? The answer is yes, if you would like to get the benefits. You can term yourself, your global account may be a premier partner of Red Hat. You are free to call yourself a premier partner of Red Hat locally. You just will not get the local benefits unless you adhere to those local requirements. And a lot of those are based around training. We also expect that there may be an element of a business plan that may be introduced in CY25. So I wanted to put that out at this point. It's not being confirmed, but it is likely. And we expect to see the program changing anyway, as it is dynamic. So from a Red Hat side, Appreciate your time on the call. Thank you for joining us here today. We continue to invest in our ecosystem. Okay, we've got a clear commitment from Red Hat to drive business through our ecosystem. Our goal locally is to try and drive 85 to 90% of our business through our channel and through our distributors. Okay, I want to call out the more modules and new activities are going to be introduced. We're trying to be transparent here with all of our business opportunities to work on that with you jointly. And we're really looking forward to using our partners, our trusted partners at Ingram Micro, to help us to pivot for scale with the Red Hat program. So I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for your partnership. That goes out to the Ingram team as well. And we really look forward to benefiting from the new Red Hat Partner Engagement Experience, or PEX as we're calling it internally, and look forward to the changes. In Formula One terms, and I am a Formula One fan, you're on the formation lap for next year. The green flag will be dropped 1st of January. You can jostle for position now. Okay? So as you're going on your formation lap, you're earning points now for everything that you're doing around admin, around sales, around deal registration, and around training. So what you do now, between now and the end of the year, 31st of December, whatever the highest points level you accrue, you will start next year and hold that status for CY25. So I encourage you, get in early, get active, and push now. Green flag drops 1st of January 2025.
Thank you, Dan. On that note, and just with 2 minutes left, we do have a question that's come through, and it is, what if a partner did their credentials or certifications in 2023? Do they contribute to that partner status going into 2025?
Okay, unfortunately, the answer is no. We did have this question earlier, and what I am able to confirm is if you completed it in any time in 2024, they will be counted, but not in 2023. Okay, we had a special exception come through that any accreditations or certifications completed prior to launch, but from 1st of January onwards, 2024, they will count. Those points will be manually appended at a later date. They won't be showing in the portal immediately, or may not be showing immediately. We're expecting them to be refreshed in September, October timeframe. But 2023, unfortunately, too early. No.
Okay, thanks, Dan. I'm just checking the questions. I don't see any others. Does anyone have a question in the last minute before we wrap up? It does not appear that there are. So in that instance, Dan, I'd like to thank you and the Red Hat team today for presenting and enabling our partners, and for all those partners here on the webinar. Thank you for your attendance, for your patience and your support. If you'd like some more information outside or after this webinar, please reach out to Aileen or the Ingram team. Similarly, if you'd like more follow-up with the Red Hat team or ourselves, again, reach out to the Ingram team and we'll be happy to do so. Look forward to working with you and navigating through the new partner program with Red Hat. And as always, Ingram there to support you, grow and nurture your business and support your deals moving forward. So thank you, Dan. Thank you, everyone, for your time today, and have a fantastic rest of your day and week. Thank you.
Thanks all.
Bye for now. Bye-bye.